there's so much emphasis put on scale. Everybody wants their businesses to be bigger. Everybody wants to make a ton of money. It's all about being a millionaire, a 10 millionaire, a billionaire. Everything's all about how much can you make? How big can it get? I think that's a shitty goal, personally. I know a lot of people with really big businesses who are miserable, overworked, shackled to their job. It's like, the goal is not how big can I make it. The goal is, number one, have fun. You could die tomorrow. My business partner suddenly died 18 months ago. It was pretty heavy. Out of nowhere. Like, you don't know how long you got. So if you're not doing what it takes to have a good time, bringing a positive attitude, taking care of yourself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, so you can show up and be present, you have missed the point of this game we call life. Number one, have a good time. That's a choice. You can bring that to the party. Number two, make good shit. We're not just trying to make money. We're trying to make good things that serve the world, that have integrity, that serve our communities. And we're continually making our products better. We're listening to customer feedback. We're trying to make it better all the time. We're not just one and done. We're iterating. We're making our products better. And three, be profitable. And if you have done that, if you're having fun, you're making good stuff that serves your community and the world, and you have made some money, I don't care how much it is. You won the game we call business. You're doing better than a lot of people who are making a lot of money, who are making shitty products and are miserable. It's like, you have won this game. So the skill that you want as a human being is the skill of mastery. And all mastery is the willingness to put your attention in one area consistently over time. You pick up the instrument every day for 30 minutes, you get better at it. And this skill is being eroded by these fucking phones that we have. The ability to put our attention consistently in one area. And that's all, I'm really good at that. Whatever the thing is we say we're gonna do, I will do it. We are not drinking coffee, I won't drink it. We're running every day, I'll run. We're working on our business for 2 hours, 5 times a week, I'll do it. That's the only skill that I have that I notice that other people don't, is simply the willingness to consistently put my attention towards my goal, to show up with a positive attitude, humble, ready to ask for help, looking to do the best I can, looking to create good products. And I will say one more thing. So consistency and mastery. Mastery is created by consistency. And then the last thing is, I just wanted to shift your perspective from we're trying to make cash every month to we're stepping back, we're spending 3 to 5 years developing an asset, we're trying to make it as profitable as we possibly can so that we can then sell it. And we want to make all of our money when we sell. We don't care about making money from the asset for the next 3 years. We're just going to reinvest everything we have back into it, and we're going to get a future payday. And that is how wealth is generated. It's generated from the liquidation of assets. So stop pulling from your assets. Stop devaluing your assets. Let them get a job if you have to 20 hours a week and let your asset grow as big as it can. Retain as much money in it as you possibly can so that when you go to sell it, it's worth as much as it possibly can be. One last thing. I got to go. So high level, we are shifting our perspective on what is our goal. We're taking a longer view. We're focused on profitability at all costs. So we're paying attention to what we're spending. If we're spending money on a piece of software that we're not using, we're cutting it. You know what I mean? The next thing that most people are going out and they're trying to spear a fish. They're trying to eat tonight. I'm watering a garden. I'm planting a seed and I'm watering it every day consistently. I'm showing up with a positive attitude. And what will happen is people will start watering their garden and the seed will start to sprout and they don't see anything because it's still below the soil. And they're like, I quit a year in. And they had something there, but they didn't give it the time that it needed to be successful. So if you're starting a new venture, do not judge it for 2 years. I think that the goal is generate resource so that you can use that resource towards causes that you find noble. Take care of yourself first, because if you're a fucking wreck, what good are you to the rest of the world? Pardon my language. Like, if you cannot pour from an empty cup. So first you take care of yourself. And that means moving your body, sleeping, eating well, having relationships and a social life, intimacy and connection, producing, making money. Like, it's a whole picture. It's not just make money. It's all of it. You can't just isolate the make money. A lot of people who are rich and miserable, you don't want to be that person. So you take care of yourself first, then you take care of your family, then your community, and then once that's all handled, maybe there's things that you care about. Maybe you want to protect the waters. Maybe you want to, who knows, what causes you're interested in. But the goal is generate resource, use the resource towards causes you find noble. If the goal is resource generation, the best way to do it is not just to hustle at making money every month. The best way to do it is to take a larger frame view of what is my goal in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and how am I going to get there? And the way that you're going to get there, if the goal is wealth creation, is to liquidate assets. So you have to be building an asset that you can one day sell, which is what I've been doing now for the last 10 years. I realize this. I do not feel above hustling for any amount of creation that I can. I'm interested. And I think that, if you look at it that way, like, whatever level you're playing at is right, is good, is where you are now, and you take the next step that's in front of you. So, how do you go about doing this? Well, but I think if we just shift our mindset from we're trying to make money every month to we are, and this is what I was going to say, we are investing in an asset that we're one day going to sell. This is why I always suggest people have side hustles. I worked a full-time job while I was building my businesses. Until I sold my first business in 2012 for $250,000, I had a full-time job on 48th Street, 2 blocks away from here, working 10 hours a day. Because you have to, if your production cycle has pressure on you and you're trying to pull money from it, and there's pressure that it has to work or you're not going to have food or be able to pay your rent, you fucked yourself, because now there's all this crazy pressure. It's like, take care of yourself some other way. Give your business the space and the freedom, and it's like a snowball. The snowball needs to build up steam. If you start pulling from the snowball too early, it never gets big. So give yourself the space and time, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, before you start to pull money from the asset. Because the goal is not money today. The goal is, in 4 years, a couple $1 million. And you can give yourself that opportunity by reinvesting as much as possible.